of dunes in that very same location. Not a lot of switches so far here, so it looks like everybody's like, if it's ain't broke, don't fix it. Some did a little bit of some changes, but everybody else really kept the staple in the same places of where they are. So I'm curious to see if anything really changes or if they get some of the better loot. Now, obviously, for some of these other players, you know, if you get some fantastic loot, you obviously want to hope that you get the same thing, but sometimes it can be a little foolish here. As Versus is going to wait for the outside here, waiting for Spider to come through and open up the door. It says hello. Beautiful destruction coming through from that, as obviously they do have the healing. You have to be careful with that as well. And now here comes the scale rush, trying to see if they can connect to it. It looks like he's able to. Oh, beautiful parry to stop it on the Spider here. And now he's caught in a tough situation first. Now getting swung on the other side here. Waiting for the scale rush. He's able to miss it. Versus is able to see it a little bit more. And he looks like he's going to go through the door on the outskirts here, trying to see if he can time it right. Oh, and just misses out on the opportunity. But it looks like he wasn't able to get the shield off just in time here. It looks like now he's going to keep the foot. Oh, beautiful destruction coming in from Verse. Verse, what is going on here? Did Spider owe you some money? What's going on? Dangerously Low is going to go for the shield. I don't know why he decided to hit the freeze right then and there, but he might have missed out on his opportunity. But no, he did his Verse. Is able to stop Spider in his tracks since game number 2 this early in the game. What's going on?
Versus doing some work out here. Vexen, though, on the riposte with pace, taking that full blunt of parry attention. And Exton picks up this elimination, can keep the soul bone for keeps. And of course, Pace now coming out here for the first elimination off of his board. He's going to have one more life to make sure he can make it worthwhile. Now, over to the Salvation podium, we do see Wang Liang up against AS. A lot of blue focus to repeat thrown out here. AS finds that nice armor swap, but he gets caught to the horizontal, but no uppercuts can be confirmed with the F1 coming out. AS looking to try to go ahead for the uppercut into the R&B. But Jueshi looking to try to kill steal either one of these kills. Either way, he is a Justina. He looks at his R&B. The Wang Liang gets eliminated. The Soul Bloom gets picked up by AS, and he does have 100% ultimate. So Jueshi doesn't have ultimate just yet. This is going to be a horizontal release until the jump LMBs. Keeps the stagger going through. AS might be looking for re-engagement into this fight with the F1, but with Jueshi, he just takes the time to try to find another armor. He's trying to take the time to disengage here. Of course, it's caught to the R&B. And as Jueshi looks towards this, he looks to try to get himself into an R&B and takes the advantage of just trying to find an armor swap. He finds one. Jueshi gets it horizontal. And then jump LMB R&B again. He looks towards AS's V1 to make sure that force proc happens. But of course, AS doesn't want that to happen. Loses the focus here with the F1. And of course, he still has ultimate to utilize here. This third party comes out here from Wang Liang. This could be over between both Jueshi and AS. Whoever comes out on top has ultimate cast. And there's AS. Has it to be the first one to activate it. Uses the time to propel himself over to the Fortress of Kaviani. And another set of fights are going to be happening here between about his exit. He hasn't seen anything happening on the bridge just yet. AS takes a bow shot. He finds another armor swap at this end. Jueshi looks for the lethal jab, looks for the uppercut here. That's a confirmation with the neutral. Looks for the extension jump LMB. After this point, AS is just taking all this damage, and that's going to be it. AS's first life. And a soul bloom pickup from X and denies Jueshi for that reset here while the kills are still going. Jueshi makes his way towards this. F2's invested, but the V1's ready for Jueshi for him to disengage. He finds a blue armor. This man is just going to live here with everything coming out. Jueshi finds the F1, gets caught into the stagger here, even with the freeze immunity. Jueshi still looks towards this, and with the bow shots coming out from the backline, Jueshi is going to try to look for this contention for the kill against Relationship. Exen in the backline. Remember, Exen has this V2, so he looks for this opportunity here between both targets. He can get this freeze to guarantee even through a blue focus hold. And with Jueshi having himself into the ultimate, he's building up that, using that attack advantage that he gets, but gets caught to the horizontal, cancels his ult into the F2, gets caught by the soul break by Relationship. Looks for the soul bloom, and it looks like Exen is making sure he can get himself full priority off of this kill. Extension, there it is. R&B released with the double blue focus, looks for himself for another blue, and catches himself into that horizontal, and that's Exen's second elimination just like that.
Absolutely insane here, the amount of pressure that he puts into it. You see what I mean about Exen? That man is nice. He is nice. That is a man that is too smart for his own good. I'm telling you, we're going to see this man actually really put in some work here as Arano's looks like he's going to push in on Esrael. Not give him too much an opportunity here for him to heal, knowing that the shield on the outskirts of this circle here is on the disadvantage on both of them realistically here. Arano getting hit and at least getting pushed off. Oh no, nice hits to be able to connect, and Esrael is able to hit him with the pistol to get the finish and the elimination. What a tie into this, and gets the finish the way that he needs to here. Absolute finish and a slaughter. You love to see it. Even with that, towards the very end, absolutely comes through and slays it.
He's got 2 eliminations. He's making it work. Making it happen.
Got a lot happening here towards that. Obviously, it's really going to kind of come down to it even more. But, man, when I tell you, some of these shots really, really do absolutely slay out. So far, it's been looking really good for some of these players. WBG Spider. Reset. 0 eliminations on him. Very surprising for him to get eliminated that early. Spider just needs to play safe now. He has to play safe. He has to play smart. Top 6. Meanwhile, Wang Liang still top of the leaderboard here, at least in terms of this lobby between B and C. 41.4, 5th place. Did he miss?
Maybe.
He missed the bullseye? He missed the bullseye, didn't he? Oh my.
It juked him.
Absolutely. That was a group of birds. The birds can't juke. I mean, actually, that's right. As Spider coming into this with another fight here from Roy Shishi. The question is, Roy Shishi dangerously low. Gonna try to see if he can get some nice hits off of this. Ooh, beautiful strikes through with the new weapon, trying to see if he can capture the juggle. Looks like he's somewhat able to, but not able to fully. Oh, he's gonna try to see if he can go for it again. Oh no, the stun to stop Spider. And surprisingly, he doesn't take that advantage.
I don't know why. Maybe the
I don't
V1.
know why. That's a little
100%.
surprising. I don't know why he decided not to. He ends up getting a strike and says, you know what, I don't want this energy. The question is he going to be able to successfully capture this or at least be able to get out of here? Looks like he's going to try to dip out as much as possible here. And he's so good at being able to catch him on the other side here.
That's
or
crazy.
did he?
That's actually...
Wow.
It worked against his favor. No.
Like, where do you think you're going, buddy? Like, what?
He's like, I'm already at stop number 2. You know, it's the last bus. I'm already making my move. It's crazy though. I think the reason that Rikishi didn't take that is because common longsword V1 is still up for his opinion. I don't think he's going to take much time of just releasing 3 blue focuses, because in the V1 procs, and then Spider can have F1 ready to go. I think that's where he kind of contended in not doing it, because common weapon blue focuses, they won't do as much damage as you kind of like wishing for, and the situation there was impeccable, but not the damage output. But Exen has himself dual halberds, catches Pace off the downward spiral here. Pitter patter coming out here from Pace as he looks for the staff R&B, gets it, confirms the purple focus, and looks to extend here with the R&B vertical hits. Now Exen has V2, right? So this is gonna be a chance for another R&B release. There's the F1 coming out from Pace. He looks to try to go in. This is Pace's demise right here. Watch this. Watch his freeze. Yeah, Exen looks towards these low shots. It's crazy, right?
That's crazy. That's crazy. You just read.
I read it.
That's the curse.
I read it.
He was like, look at it. Oh, Spider's able to get the elimination on the rest rail. Look at this. It's crazy.
Everything that happened there was up to Exen's benefit. He could freeze him to get him out the cannon mode. He could just wait him out to try to jump into the sky. Either or, it was to the demise. AS has himself outside of Romy Yang. He finds these circles. He finds Exen with a Vermilion Bird Smite. And of course, he is chasing down Fang. Now, Fang's not looking too hot right now. He's got himself V1 Justina ult still ready to go here. He's not using it to escape here. But now's the time. He's going to have to take this chance and go into the zone and maybe just looking for himself to create as much distance between his targets. About as Exen looking for those bow shots from like 30 meters range, and Exen or Fang is looking.
He's going so far though. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, he's making this really worth the trouble for them. And even though Exen has Vermilion Bird Smite, Fang, you know, he's making sure that the HP bar goes down. Exen getting Assault Smolder as well. That's not good for Fang if he gets caught into that attack, because that will just lower his chances of survival. And there it is. Burn's going to happen here. Fang can't take the time to heal here. Even if he found the time to escape, he goes straight into one of the corridors into the fortress. And of course, Exen has full vision on this target. He's going to take the last Vitality heal here, where it
He's
goes
got a lot of heals though. He's still got 3 more heals overall, even with the what?
Weakness escalation is going to kick in. He's going to get like 25, not even 25. If that bar reaches max, he could get like 10% healing efficiency. That's where he's like, I got to get out of here.
He's got to dip. He's got to dip. He's got to dip. In my head, I'm sitting here going, Exen, what are you doing, brother? You're doing great. You got 3 eliminations. There's no reason for you to risk getting an early elimination and then getting eliminated out of the game with 4 points and no placement points at all. Focus on the end game. Focus on what's more important. I sound like a coach right now. As we looks through here, caught between both players here, and Spider trying to see if maybe he can conjure up something, but it looks like PST wants that fight, and Akame wants a little bit of that payback from game number 1, and it looks like he's able to here as he ends up coming off the outstretch here. Beautiful reset to be able to come through, as Akame is going to try to see if maybe he can work towards that as well. And it looks like Spider's going to try to find him as well, and it looks like he's able to here. Nice hits to complete it. Both of them are trying to get the blue focus to see if maybe they can wait it out on both sides here, but it's not going to be enough. It's Akame trying to see if he can close it out, but he ends up missing him. Nice hits from the totem to be able to conjure up that nice hits. It looks like Spider's going to be able to go for the shield here. Like both of them trying to see if they can time this out little by little on each stretch, and it looks like Akame is going to be able to pop open the ulti here overall. Akame decides to back off this, definitely does not want that smoke, and Spider's like, you know what, I'm either going to follow or we're going to keep this going.
Keep it moving. Keep it rolling. Akame looking for the cannon shot. Spider here still has Vermilions for another 45 seconds. He gets caught to that last cannon shot. Akame, though, just going for some swarm damage. Just keep it going through. In the meantime, we're going to switch over to AS over against Railgun. Railgun still with the Soul Bloom, with the Romy Yang depletion. Getting focused here by AS, who doesn't have V1, it looks like. He gets that parry, and then just eliminates... Oh, I spoke too soon. Beacon drop going to happen, but the horizontal was faster than the beacon drop can happen. And AS picks up himself his third elimination and has that Soul Bloom on standby. Now, Akame up against Spider again, this time in the closed gap position. Spider finds his neutral uppercut, goes for the army blue focus, looks for the 1-2s, does go for the 3, goes for the neutral uppercut again, and this is going to be the elimination for Akame that Spider was looking for. Number 2, right before the Romy Yang depletion were to go into effect. Even then, if he lost, he would still have time to go for resets onto that position. Now, Spider, Romy Yang can enter it, has an insurance policy, clear as day. But we do want to make sure and mention it, right? He does have this Nunny coming through here as a choice pick, and it's in solos. Nunnies have been a lot better than what it's been kind of expected coming through. But even in season 12, it's even better. But replay, I'll make my point later. Rano has himself to look for his nunchucks as against Akame here. We know Akame is looking to try to get himself caught through for those bow shots, as Rano is just keeping this pressure. Blue armor gets caught to the totem, and this is what Akame is trying to do for Spider. But beacon drop into an uppercut into a free blue focus, and Rano catches his rubber band here for another beacon drop coming through into his benefit, and that's where Arano comes out to victory royale in that Romy Yang fight. But one thing more importantly is to come out here as those gold dual blades is that it really just sets him up for that beacon drop for the uppercut, and is getting a massive amount of damage output for just the cost of 50% rage, and it can kill confirm somebody. Maybe not as the pings if they have V1, but it will come out to the advantage if they can catch them to where the block, the beacon drop can force the V1 proc preemptively if they get them low enough as is. Nunchucks though, season 12, busted. Moving on, we would see everything coming out here later on to the bi-weekly 4, or even to the last chance qualifiers, or even to the grand finals. I'm not sure when we're gonna have season 12, guys, but to be announced. We'll see when those days come through where you're gonna see the full aspect of that.
Looks like we're going to be able to work towards that a little bit closer here, but currently it looks like Junchi's on the rough side of this, as AS looks like he might be able to catch a free elimination as we look back on the replays here. Both of them waiting it out for the time being for the Realm of Yang to pop open here. Few more seconds left for a shot at it.
What's going on here?
The Realm of Yang's about to happen. That's what's going on.
The Danganronpa, bro. You're going crazy.
Yes.
Maybe.
It's a party. 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 Nice little bit of an equal opportunity for everybody just to go. Oh, it looks like AS is going to be able to get in there. And Verse is able to pull up. Same with EWG and BBE. Looks like Verse Shishi might be fighting it out for his chance and getting another reward here. Let's see what happens here inside of this one here, as AS is going to go a little bit more airborne. Verse gets some hits off of this. Blue Focus trying to see if maybe they can connect the strikes, but it looks like Verse is able to connect theirs. Nice combo to connect it here. Gets rid of the shield from AS as the heal comes through. F immediately is going to be able to pop from AS. Trying to see if they can go for the maneuver on each side here, waiting for it. Blue Focus is missing on both sides here. Not too much connectivity on each one. Verse is able to go through with the fake. Pops open the ulti here. Can he go for the freeze here? It looks like he's able to get some nice hits. Oh, he's able to get the shredder and the freeze, but is not able to get the finish the way that he wants to. He's going to try to see if maybe he can time it just a little bit right here. Forces the ulti, gets the freeze. Isn't able to get the finish the way that he wants to, but still is able to conjure up a nice little bit of damage here on AS. Possibly hits him with the juggle, and Verse is able to complete the elimination, gets the finish, and sends AS outside, crumbling. Trying to see if maybe they can find another one here. Nice hits from the Realm of Yang here, definitely different. And here comes that round number 2 from Action and Spider. And see if they can close it out here. Both of them shielding this up here, and it looks like Spider is able to have a little bit more time here towards this. Action ends up getting swept. Spider trying to see if they can keep the same pressure. Spider decides to back off this. Looks like Action also doesn't really want to do that as well. Spider ends up going back for the fake, misses on the door. Opportunity potentially for the push in and the strike here, not able to do a whole lot. Tries to time it a little bit more. Waits for the opportunity to strike here as the Blue Focus is able to do not enough. Times it just a little bit off. And it looks like those dual blades trying to see if they can time it. Musket trying to see if they can capture a nice hit. It's not going to be enough. As now it just becomes a chase. Action just trying to get out of harm's way here. Spider trying to gather this out as AS is going so far out of circle here. He's able to find it. He found it. Question is, can he get back into circle now? As Spider getting absolutely hit though by Action. Action, another person that's also dangerously low here. Both going for the resets here. Bo trying to see if they can connect it. Not enough. Trying to scale rushing on each side here, trying to see which one is going to be a little bit better. Oh, and it looks like he's going to be able to find it here. Oh, beautiful parry to connect it. Nice hits from the Action, and Action is able to get to the strike and send Spider out of game number 2. Action finds the connect, keeps it going, and says, see you later, Spider. I'll catch you in game 3.
Crazy enough for that splitter to come out here for the second time, working against Spider's favor. He threw the first 1, 2, 3 and getting the silence. Exen backed off, didn't have a combo breaker to be used because the silence comes out from Splitter, and Spider tried to throw it again for the 1, 2, 3, did not work out and got parried. He got his ultimate at 70% rage. Yeah, he didn't get it at 100%, so that Sedate Soul did not work out as he was kind of hoping for that rage regen from the hits taken. Now, off of that end, Roishishi is chasing out Wang Liang as Wang Liang is just running around this corner. Now, we do know that Roishishi does have roaming depletion for another 3 minutes. Arano in the same case scenario for his roaming depletion, but look at that Soul Bloom, perfect in tune with his area, and he knows Arano though. 3 minutes. I think that was either Arano's or Roishishi's Soul Bloom that was kept hidden, either or. Arano is going to be the one at the defaults of not having to get rid of the roaming depletion. Gold dual blades in hand, he could do a lot of work here, right? He has the opportunity here, but his the Zapings are his opponents, and fighting Zapings could take a minute. 1, 2, 3 was not released there as Arano looks towards Roishishi, gets caught into the longsword, uses his F1 combo breaker as a result. Fan hold check, not gonna happen here. Looks for the vertical again as Wang Liang's gonna look towards it. Looks for the bow shots as he cancels out of the blue. Roishishi does not get the parry as he looks to the opposite direction. Arano is making sure that the beacon drop was confirmed for the staggers, was not working in his favor due to terrain. Has to force the beacon usage and has Arano into the runs. Now, this is where muskets and everything, bows, all range weapons alike, is gonna be forced onto Fairy Shen's between 2 targets. They will make sure that her ultimate is gonna be depleted. And there it is, Arano on the run. F1 is already on standby. Has no armors to swap out here just in case. He's going to try to keep himself towards into the Plume Castle region, but he has to face his foes. LMB comes out here with the F1. Wang Liang gets a short handle stab, and of course, Arano is 1 hit away. He looks to try to go in the opposite direction, 75-degree turn. He gets caught into that splice as Wang Liang gets that Soul Bloom pickup. It's going to be number 2 for Wang, and with it, Roishishi is just going to look this time to just look for a round 2 fight scenario, but looks to loot the body instead.
Nice little bit of momentum here and rotation coming through as Wang Liang. Looks like he's going to try to see if he can dip out this. Roishishi looks like he's going to be able to repair. Doesn't look like he wanted to get in on that fight here. It'll be interesting to see where that next stretch starts to come through a little bit more here.
24% melee resistance though from Wang. He's just like, I'm gonna stay alive.
He said, you know what? I'm good. I'm gonna let y'all do that. I'm cool.
I'm chilling.
This stuff can be tough sometimes.
Makes me wonder though. I mean, this is the old build, but he could be having range damage taken for a Siping Ying, and I wouldn't blink twice against that, considering how much it kind of comes to value for her. She could take damage and build back rage because her F1 is crucial when it comes towards it. That's why these final circles kind of come out to Ziping's best case scenario, but when they find the single out target, that's where it really just comes down to who they really want to focus out. Various Shens, right? They get focused on. They will get focused on. They don't take any time. They take no time in saying, listen, that Fairy Shen, she's got to go. I'm gonna make sure you use her ultimate and force her out. But Justina's into the mix. That's where another variable comes in, the unknown variable. And of course, if Justina's make it happen, they could get those freezes. And if Zipings don't have ultimate, that's going to be a worst case scenario. As Roishishi gets himself up against Verse here, who has no armor, looks for the common swap. And of course, a Morris Blessing next to Cacti, that's a worst. That's not good. That's not good. And then you're going to see Verse actually have to force his ultimate up against the targets while he gets caught into a scare rush. Looking for this R&B, looks to chase out Wang Liang, and look at the backline. Roishishi just looking for those 1, 2, 3s and releases it. And with Wang Liang, though, as a focus, all 3 of them parry because the blue focus is too dangerous to worry about. You know, to want to make sure they don't get caught in the hit. But into the Moonbane, we're seeing this close into the perimeter versus he said, nah, I'm gonna leave that area. I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna take my time here and my chances. Holds to the R&Bs. Might be looking for another armor swap. He finds it, gets a neutral uppercut, but everyone's going to focus at the Justina no matter what. Verse is going to have to look in towards the light. If he gets himself out of this fight, I don't know. If he can survive 4 players chasing him out, that'd be a miracle in the making, Dabi.
Well, we've seen it before.
Yeah.
We've seen some chases like this before. Verse is definitely somebody who, if he had to turn around in 1v4, I mean, it's definitely something where I feel like if he was able to at least get 2 of those eliminations, that would be huge for him regardless, as it looks like he does have an opportunity here to go for the reshield. Roishishi dangerously low here. Now it might be a not perfect opportunity for Roishishi to come through. Beautiful parry to connect it. Action is able to send him on his back. and absolutely conjures up a nice little bit of payback as well. As it looks like first verse also comes through with this again. What is this with 4 people fighting this out in this final circle here? This is the second game so far where we've seen 4 people go back to back to back to back. Both of them just fighting this out. Just duke it out. Do. It's a whole lot of action here. And we still have a very sizable circle here where it's just playing smart mind games and chess. Both of them just trying to conjure it up. Beautiful parry to connect it onto, as X-Shit is going to be able to send at least one of them outside of the circle here. Okay, never mind. I take it back. Now there's 3 inside of this. X-Shit might be able to close in this gap here. 7 eliminations towards this game. JD3G's burst, dangerously low, trying to see if he can dip out of this as harm's way as possible. Justine is going to try to see if he can get out of here so far, so fast here. And it looks like it's forcing both of them to be able to stop this fight. And it looks like both of them are going to decide to fight each other here as they realize now we're not going to be able to do this. Roy Shishi outside of the circle here. The circle tick causing so much damage here. Action trying to see if he can close this out, trying to keep him in harm's way from outside, causes the freeze, isn't able to connect it. Action is able to catch his 8th elimination into this big fight here. And now it's a 1v1 between Verse and Action. My money's on Action.
Of course.
Like always.
Of course.
Dangerously low here. He's going to have to go for the shield. Please don't push on him. Nope. Obviously, the timing. Look at the Bane's Breath just in time. Such a beautiful nick of time here into this fight here. Trying to see if they can get anything. And Bane Breath wants to get a kill out of the Sui. Wants a little bit of some action. As JDG's verse is just dancing inside of the dancing in the Bane's Breath. Sorry. My bad. My fault. That just came to me.
In the moment.
Fire away. My bad. Anyway, just section trying to maneuver this around here. Let's see if anything is gonna really come through here towards this. Looks like both of them on the outer stretch. Definitely does not want to get eliminated this early into this. Verse, like I said, look at this. He survived the 1v4. Didn't you say it was a miracle?
Can't. The crazy thing. Oh, all right.
Oh, Action.
I ain't gonna talk.
Let's not do that, Action. You've been doing so well so far. Nice little shield swap here. Don't get hit by the Bane's Breath. It's not good for you. It's not good for your health, sir. Don't end up going back to the hospital. Don't do that. Anyway, Verse up top, Verse down at the bottom. Looks like one of them is potentially going to connect it. It looks like Verse wants to be able to get this fight going here. Action wants to be able to come through and connect it. He says, let me catch up top with you, buddy. Let's talk. Goes for the kick, quick shield. Trying to time it. Nice scale to be able to climb up top here. Trying to see if maybe they can connect it. Verse has to play this and read him like a book. Action is so good when it comes to timing and maneuver. He really can absolutely decimate this if he needs to. But now it's just all about timing, putting himself in the better position, making sure that it all runs right. See if Action can do it. Even with that amount of timing here, still could be able to run strong here. As Action going for the reheal. What's crazy?
You know, Action has that Salt Smolder, right?
Right.
And he's also running V2. His biggest play here, and I love to see it between V2, V1 Justina's, is because it's like, how many dashes do you have, right? Like, how many dashes do you have? Big parry coming up from Exton. Forces the F2. So Exton looking for the Salt Smolder. You see where we're going? You make sure to proc it as much as possible. There's his F2. Verse gets caught out. And it might be a chance. I mean, V1 versus V2. Nice armor swap from Verse. Avoids the jabbing. There's first ultimate cast. Doesn't get his chance of using his dash. He gets caught to the uppercut. Big time here. Verse uses ultimate to negate. Gets the freeze. And that is where Verse comes out on top, folks, for round 2. That was a big switch up that I didn't want to say anything. And I accidentally said something. I'm sorry.
What happened?